Today, the subcommittee will hear testimony on the subject of public, educational, and governmental, or PEG, access to cable television. PEG programming is in the public interest and essential to our communities as an outlet for free speech, local information and opinions, and emergency communications.
What's on Access Cable TV? Your community. FCC regulation, industry lobbying efforts, federal and state franchising, and the cable industry are all working to endanger your access station. This threat is being challenged by PEG access stations at state legislative franchise hearings in federal and state courts, at the FCC, and most recently on Capitol Hill.
I think it is extremely important to note the current trend towards statewide franchise laws. These statewide laws, in many cases, override local franchising authorities, including the franchise agreements relating to PEG. As a result, cable operators may reduce their support for PEG or even close PEG facilities.
Why do you need an access station? Community is built through shared experience and commitment. Building community in your town through government can be difficult. PEG Access Television is a key to bringing people together and getting them involved. It's a showcase of your community at its best. Have an election coming up? Let voters know what's on a candidate's mind by running a debate or a candidate's night. Nothing gets citizens more involved than being informed.
When we think of PEG channels, we should think, many people think of the school board or some local program and so on, but it's also a vehicle for many of us to get a message out. It's not only what it appears to be, it's much more.
On election night, does your local news tell you who won council or board of education seats? PEG can.
5, 6, and 11. Let's go over where they are. District 3 is over by Temple of Never Shalom, near Route 27, and kind of bounded.
How about your school system? Getting information to parents about what's happening is vital, but so is showing off what your third grade science club won in the state tournament and sharing a graduation ceremony with proud friends and family. Don't forget school sports. People cheering on the home team is a great chance to show off local pride. Does your town celebrate holidays? How about sharing that enthusiasm with the community? Promote the tolerance for different beliefs and cultures with coverage of Martin Luther King Day, Easter, or Hanukkah gatherings or parades. Stir patriotism with a flag raising or fireworks display. Show support for veterans with programs and displays of pride for their sacrifices to our country. Is your arts community what it should be? The arts reveal the values of your community, and they flourish on Access Television. Do you have a concert or lecture series? Does your town present art shows or readings by authors and poets? Use your station to reach a larger audience and share a love of art and education with everyone. Are senior citizens an active part of your community? Get them going with health and exercise shows. Keep them informed about Medicare, Social Security, and other services they rely on. Your Access channel can help seniors remain vital participants within your community. From the young at heart to the youngest in age, are you reaching everyone in your community? PEG Access can entertain and educate the smallest of your residents with story times, on-air tutoring, and kid-friendly programming. What special events are going on in your town? Is someone important coming to visit? Are you honoring a resident for service beyond the call? Is your Chamber of Commerce opening a new business that will benefit the community? If it's worth doing, it's worth sharing. Give everyone in your community something to be proud about. Do organizations need help spreading their message? Are there programs or activities that the public can take advantage of? Your bulletin board is a haven for local nonprofits to get the word out on initiatives, events, and the all-important call for volunteers. Access TV is a hub. It brings together those who need assistance and those who are there to help. What happens when your town is hit by events beyond their control? Where do your residents turn when they need to know what is happening in their own backyard? A TV station in New York or Philadelphia can't tell you which sections of your town are flooded. Let your community know when they can stop boiling contaminated water. Tell them what and where that explosion was. Using cable access, you can instantly inform residents about changes in events or school closings, as well as serious emergencies. Part of being prepared is letting your community know where to turn to and what to do. Local access can do that.
We have flooding throughout Des Plaines, Mount Prospect, and Glenview. Everything is shut down, all roads, emergency services are tasked out the yin-yang, and no ability to get that information via now the AT&T provider. We exile this all to digital Siberia, especially for seniors who are suddenly being flooded out of their homes. They can't even find the channel to get the village information.
Access cable is under attack. Regulations that make it increasingly difficult to start, fund, and maintain access channels are creeping into legislation. Providers are looking to move access stations around to use the existing channel space for commercial stations with deeper pockets. This channel space was set aside by law, not for profit-making stations, but for access by communities. PEG access is our right, and we cannot allow special interest groups to take it away from us. Community isn't built with a home shopping channel. If we don't make an effort to stop this now, it will be too late.
It's so important that, a lot of people don't just watch the movies and, Discovery. A lot of people do watch PEG channels and get a lot of information, which I think in a lot of cases is way better than network and CNN. Because you get something and they feel like they're knowing and they're teaching their children with it. So from channel slamming to unreasonable discrimination regarding the boxes, and then moving them to 900 instead of the first 100 or so, that's a real problem. I don't want to see PEG relegated to some substandard something. It ought to be right up there with the other major channels. And whatever we have to do to get it there, and it sounds like it's a regulatory something as well as a people something, and we have to mobilize America to educate them to what it is, I think we have to do that.
PEG access is about you and your neighborhood. It's about building community and making your hometown a better place to live and raise a family. Isn't that worth saving?
Thank you.